Hello, I'm trying to see myself in that little picture there. Hey, look, I got Brian to look at the camera. It works. We've got a GoPro 10 and it's actually got a front-facing LED screen on it, so it's interesting. But like, am I in there? Do you feel like that little kid on Willy Wonka? Like, am I in there? Am I in there? Sunday, 5/15. Damn, it's a whole nother month. I don't know what day it is. That's not senility. That's just my schedule is whatever it is, whenever I say it is. Just got the Mustang donor car for the Max project stripped. It's sold. It's sitting outside. Brian and I moved it around with forklift and stuff. We got it finished up today. But we're here to talk about the Mach 1. You've seen the pictures of it. You know that we got it. You may or may not know what the plan is because we may or may not know what the plan is. As you know, we kind of fly by the seat of our pants. The current plan is the car has 64,187 original miles. There's an oil change sticker in the windshield that says the next oil change is due December of 1995 at 67,110 miles, if I remember right. The car's been stored. We've already kind of covered that a little bit. But what you may or may not know is even though a car is stored, the rubber still dries out on things, bushings fail and things like that. So we've ripped apart, if you notice the car sitting at a weird angle, we've ripped apart the right front suspension completely. The purpose of that was to do an inspection and confirm what we already knew. I've been messing with cars since I was literally 2 years old in my grandfather's shop on a creeper, beating on a muffler with a hammer because I didn't know how to do anything else. That was my form of entertainment, and I just wanted to be near my grandfather. So I kind of knew, like buying an old car, I bought old cars before. We used to have a 69 Cutlass convertible. But what we're going to show you today is a brief overview of our goals for the car for now, and then repairs and things that we know that need to happen, and then some basic features you may or may not know. So first off is, you can see we have ripped, here's the whole front end. Said I was gonna get gloves on, but you can see right here, like this bushing, or the ball joint boot's torn. This ball joint boot is tearing. All the tie rod stuff, all this stuff, you can see that bushing for the shock perch is screwed up. Anything that's rubber on this front end has just died. It's literally a year older than I am, and I'm old as shit now for some reason. I mean, I hadn't died, and that's another story. I don't know how that hasn't happened either. My plan was never to make it this long. It's been a while since I worked on old cars. I forgot about the brakes and the way the hubs are on these. So modern cars, this is actually over the hub. On these, it's actually behind the hub, so you have to take the hub apart to get the rotors off. So we're replacing and buying a complete suspension kit. The rear leaf springs are getting new bushings, all the steering tie rod ends, the drag link, all that stuff. Everything is getting replaced under the front end. We want this car to be as safe as it can be for itself and our sake. I don't want something to happen that we could have prevented driving it to a show or just going to dinner or something, and something fails and it's a catastrophic failure for the car. I would hate myself for that. As much as I want to drive it, as badly as we want to take it to shows, we want to make sure that it's a healthy car. Did figure out it is a factory AC car. Somebody's been messing with the AC. I'm looking at buying R134 upgrade kit to just bring it up to modern stuff, replace the compressor and accumulator and all that stuff. Brian and I just kind of did a walk around on the car to talk about this video, and what we were going over is the fact that how cheap it is to replace weather stripping on this car. I think a full kit's somewhere in the $300 range. But you can see it's got AC compressor, which was very uncommon for 69. Someone has taken the lines loose. That was not me, that was the previous owner. So I feel like since the system has already been dealt with like that, I want to go ahead while we're cleaning up the engine bay. I'm not going to make it look show. I just want it to be clean. I want to preserve that time capsule kind of feel that the car has. So It'll end up with some new parts. This stuff's new. I want to clean this up. We're not repainting anything. I just don't want it to be dirty. I don't mind if it's got old school rust on it, things like that. The only thing that I am worried about is I think it has a rear main seal leak. When you park it, there's a puddle of oil at the back of the motor. Very common, that's a rear main seal. If it is, I don't know that we'll pull the motor, but we could. I just don't know that I want to go down that rabbit hole. We'll see. But we just thought we'd give you a quick update on what's going on with the car now that we've had it. I spent a couple days this week that I didn't have to go to work tinkering with it. We're really kind of honing in on all the stuff that we want to buy and do for it and take it to shows and have a good time with this thing. Still kind of crazy excited that we have this thing. And then Beth and I are trying to figure out how to get in it without our heads poking through the roof like we're Dino on the Flintstones. That's what I think. If somebody called me that when I had my S2000 here, he called me Dino, I had no idea why. And then he explained it, and I was like, that is a fairly accurate description of how I look in an S2000. Little did I know it's the fairly accurate description of how I look in a 69 Mustang. But anyway, that's kind of where we are with the car. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. We're in the shop. We don't have music playing because copyright, because God forbid. But anyway, have a great day, and we will see you soon with some updates.